Hey guys, and welcome to Daily Commitment, where we do a little bit of exercise every day, then we increase that exercise very slowly. Today's going to be an interesting video. Yesterday, if you were here, I stopped the squats short. I stopped the squats at like 40, 42 or something. Uh, I just was getting, the day before I had a little bit of knee pain, and I'd stopped early. It was my left knee. And I had figured out a way to I think my stance maybe wasn't quite right or whatever. I was trying to make sure I didn't put pressure on the knee with a weird angle or whatever. So anyway, I was really focusing on widening my stance a little bit yesterday. I think if you remember, I moved my leg out after doing the first squat. I'm like, I should be a little bit wider. Anyway, I'm doing my squats. No knee pain. No knee pain, so total success. But when I got up to about 40 squats, all of a sudden not all of a sudden, but I was already panning really bad at like 30. Like just panning like crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, well, I'll just sit in my rest position and rest and do that. But after I got past the problems with the aerobic conditioning being the limiting factor, the next thing you know, my thighs start hurting, like my, what do they call that? The quad. My quads start hurting. Mostly quads. Mostly not butt or, back. Although I was getting tired there too. Anyway, not hurting, but like worn out. Like there was no more, I was like out of gas. So I was like, all right, well, I guess we're done for the day. I'll just stop this exercise. I don't know what it is that's making it so hard to get up to a normal 64. But, we're not going to hurt ourselves. I mean, my muscles just felt worn out. Just worn out at like 40. So anyway, we listened to our body. We're very happy with that. So then during the day, I started getting some different like pains and like soreness that was left over from the exercise. And it was my left leg again where I was getting it. And it was kind of the inside muscle on my leg. I'll point to it in a second here once I finish these squats. Anyway, or not these squats, these, what do you call these things? Curls. Curls, yeah, that's it. Anyway, so we got one, I think we got one more. I was counting my fingers so I could talk, so I might have messed it up by one, but that was pretty close to 12 and 12. Anyway, so very interesting. I also felt a little soreness back here, I think, from the push-ups. But anyway, so run into a lot of problems doing our normal amount of exercises. So, a lot of little sorenesses. Usually you can kind of, since you're just doing the same amount every day, as long as you didn't kill yourself on the first day, the next day gets easier, the next day gets easier, the next day gets easier, and then all of a sudden, bam, you move up in number. But I've kind of noticed that as my number gets higher with some of these things, like the squats and stuff, some can throw you off, and all of a sudden 64 squats or 63 squats, which has been your regular amount that you've been doing, all of a sudden it's harder. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see how the push-ups do. Push-ups yesterday were very good. I did 6, not 8. I wanted to do 8, but I had great form on them, so I was happy with that. So today, let's pull this camera back a little bit. Today we're going to try to get our feetsies. Can we see the feetsies? We can't really see the feetsies. Let's angle our body differently in here. All right, here we go. So shoulder back a little bit, out a little bit. We're going to get our head straight. We're going to tighten. We're going to tighten. We're going to tighten. We're all tight. We're like a board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we got 7, no problem. 7. And we could push 8. I think we got 8 in us. But once again, we're only trying to do 70% of our maximum, so no question. Very happy with 7. Felt stronger than yesterday. Hand placement might have been a little better. Might have tightened a little better. Or I might have just got a little stronger. Who knows? Maybe I'm still fighting something. Who knows? All we know is it's time for the squats. And I was pretty disappointed yesterday. I mean, I started getting winded at like 20, before around 30 when I started taking that break for the for improved cardiovascular feeling. So who knows what's going on with the squats. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this this squatting. I'm just going to squat here. There we go. All right, about shoulder width. That looks like about shoulder width there. Now here, actually, I looked at the video. I was kind of doing like that. It's actually supposed to be more the tips of your elbows are supposed to be able to go here, and you do that. So I'm doing that. And that's the muscle, well, it was on my left leg, but it was this interior muscle here that was hurting. And remember, I had stretched it out a little bit. I'm like, well, I thought that helped my knee, but now this muscle's sore, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel when we come up. All right, so let's do squat number 1. We're coming up. All right, I'm going to adjust my foot position. I'm actually just going to come back a little bit so I'm further away from that dresser. There's actually some junk under my feet. I got some shoes over here. Let's back up a little, even a little more. I'm not usually this close to the wall, but it's nice to change things up. All right. So, well, we totally lost that squat. Let's see how the squat feels when we come down here. All right, a little right knee pop. That's pretty normal. A couple knee pops at the beginning. All right. I guess looking at it, putting this in the full proper position here, these could be a little bit wider. That's and this muscle here, this inner muscle, I did try to get it wider, and the knees felt better, so I'm going to go ahead and make it a little wider. Just going to follow that advice. There we go. All right, we should be able to do that. All right, so maybe some stretching is going to be required. We'll see how we feel each time we come up. All right, let's make sure that head's tucked. Let's go right on up. Oof, definitely feels a little different with that wider stance. All right. So what are we? Is this 4 or 3? We're going to call it 4. We're going to get a free squat out of that. All right. Notice we're not getting the top at all, but I kind of want to see the legs more at the top anyway. So let's keep going. So here's 5. Definitely no knee pain. So good, just like yesterday, no knee pain. 6. Even just stretching these muscles out, getting a little wider stance. 7. 8. All right, I felt a little bit, not pain, but stress in my left knee. 9. Slow it down a little bit. And make sure, I'm going to check the stance widening again here. See how I'm doing? So you feel it could be a little bit wider. There's 2 ways you can widen, right? You can widen your feet apart more from each other, or you can just widen the angle out a little bit. Very interesting stuff. Anyway, where are we? Like 10? Something like 10? So I guess that would be 11 if we were at 10. 12. It's not about getting the exact number. I'm not messing the count up, but it's not a big deal. 13. 14. No knee pain, which is the most important thing. 15. 16. 17. Definitely feeling tired though. 18. Checking it again. Checking it again. Yeah, definitely a little more width could be happening here. Huh. Alright. What is this? 19. I tend to not keep them quite as wide as this. You know, I tend to take it in a little further than that. Anyway, this is 20, right? 21. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it to 60. 22. I'm going to go ahead and put my foot a little further out here on the right. Now, what I might need to change the angle more. We're just going to try that. What are we on? 23? 23. Now, I think that's what I was doing some of this yesterday. Huh, interesting. 24. So this, my feet are wider than shoulder width. If you look at this, I guess they're wider than hip width. See how when you look at my legs, I don't know if you guys can see with that angle, they're actually, my legs are doing this. They're not like this. They're like, ooh, ooh. They're just a little bit, you can see a little bit of V coming out. So I feel like that's a little bit too wide. So I'm going to put them back in again. What about like 25? And what I'm going to do is I'm still going to do this maneuver here where I'm pushing my knees out. But I'm going to rely on me just pushing my knees out, not on winding my my feet. So I'm actually getting a stretch here. I can feel it here and here. Anyway, so 26. Just try to keep them wide. 27. See how that feels. 28. Definitely not getting any knee pain, so I would just stop immediately if I was doing that. So that's good. 29. The rest felt good. 30. Yeah, the rest made it easier. 31. Let's check it. All right. 32. I'm actually going to do this. 33. It's kind of weird, but I'm going to try it out. Sort of a position reminder each time. 34. 35. 36. 37. Yeah, now my legs are more straight. I feel like I'm going to pull them in even a little bit more. A little more. 39. Yeah, I can still get the knees out that far if I just push them. 40. 41. 42. Interesting. So, this seems fine, yeah. 43. I'm going to go to my more relaxed arm position. 44. Well, it does keep them straight when they come up. 45. All right, well, let's get this exercise done, man. I think we can do it. 46. Gotta keep that head tucked. 47. 48. 49. See me tuck my head right before I went up there. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. All right, let's try to spread them just voluntarily. So using my arms. Yeah, I do. 55. I tend to close them in a little bit, but when I spread them like this, it forces me to remember each time. We're doing 56. At least we're going to get all of them done. 57. 58. Nice spacing ideas, real interesting. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. And then finally, number 64. Very interesting. By putting my arms in between, I guess you can't see as well from here, like this. Each time I did a squat, I kept myself, I think, in alignment. And I think I might have been cheating in there a little bit. And yeah, interesting. Because it definitely worked. I felt good, finished the exercise. Maybe the big breaks while I was talking about alignment made it a little easier, but still. We got our 64 squats. We got our 12 curls. We got 7 on the push-ups, which isn't 8, which is our good number. Remember, we dropped down to 6 just recently, reworking our form, making sure we had those elbows tight. So that's actually pretty good, 7. So, pretty happy about our exercises today. Guys, keep it up. A little bit every day adds up to a lot. you'll figure out all your ups and downs and positioning everything, because you're going to work a little bit every day. A little bit of work every day. A little bit adds up to a lot. And then make it a habit. Make it easy. Just do it every day. That habitual nature of it makes it easy. Anyway, guys, good luck with your daily commitments.